Hey, welcome back. In this video, we're now going to look at some of these more finer details inside the actual model here. So I just want to show you some things. We are going to be adding this sort of grip up here. We're going to be adding this little section here. We're going to be leaving this out. It's just sort of a creative decision here. And we'll look at adding these sort of side grips here. So we're going to begin by the biggest part, and that's going to be this little section here. So to do this, we are going to go to the front view, and just so you know, off camera, I actually did go ahead and sort of extrude those polygons here, just like how we did over in this back section. So if you want to go ahead and do that, you can do that too. Otherwise, you can just sort of leave them how they was. So it's going to make some final altercation here. So like this. Let's see something. Well, these lines is this going to do? Okay, so let's jump into this next section. So we're going to drop down to our vertex mode, and we're going to drop all the way down here. So the first thing we want to do is actually just start to build this shape out. So let's go ahead and do that. It's fairly simple. Let's ring and add a few connections. So something like this should be fine. Let's go ahead, and what we're actually lining up here first is this bottom section. Okay, and once we have that, what we want to do is sort of take these top areas here and sort of build this up to sort of inner area here. Now we're going to make some sort of decisions here on how we want this to appear. So what I'm going to do is just move that out of the way, which is connect, and we only want 1. So I'm going to change this from 4 to 1 and bring this up. I'm going to bring this like so, and this like so, and okay. So now what we want to do is we want to select these sections here, and I'm also going to do this over here, and I'm also going to select this, and I'm going to choose to chamfer. Now we only got a small amount, something along those lines. Now what we need to do is we need to clean up this area here. So we're going to choose to target weld these areas just like that. Now hopefully when we turn the turbo smooth back on, we should see the difference in the actual mesh. So we can see that we're actually beginning to get this outlined area. So we need to make this a little bit more prominent. So let's go ahead and do that in just a moment after we have fixed this right here. And I think what we can also do is move this along and move this down, and this will surely help the overall shape and form here. So now if we do this and we turn that off, okay, great. So now we can see that we're starting to get this indentation and this sort of visual representation of what I have here. And in order to make this more prominent, what we are actually going to do is select the edges here, just these edges, and I'm going to deselect this one, and I think I'll leave the rest, and all I want to do is pull these inwards. And so what this should do is just sort of create a sort of lip here. Now if we want to, and we want to make this, actually what we could do is sort of undo this, just a little bit, and then if we ring and connect this one more time, this should There we go. So you can see that definitely outlines that much better. So once we have done that, what I'm also going to do is I'm going to take these sort of intersections here, and because I want this to appear as if this is an area where maybe your finger should go, I just want this to be much more slimmer. So I'm just going to pull this in, and I'm also going to pull this in over here, and I guess we could do this here and just sort of work this flow in here. So now when we do that, we can see that we actually have that section in there, and it looks just great for me. Okay, so the next thing we got here is this screw. So let's go ahead and do that. That should be a fairly quick and simple task. So we're going to start off by creating a sphere, and we just want to sort of fill this to the right area. And what I want to do is just sort of find this sort of center here, so it lines up nicely. So now going back under modify, I want to change the segments. I'm going to change this one to around 12. Okay, and now if we convert this to an editable poly, we can select these back areas here. And going into the perspective view, pressing Z to zoom into the asset and zoom in, sort of moving this out. And what I want to do is scale this in to give it a more flattened look here. So we're going to be creating a screw, so we're going to invert the selection here and hiding the selection. And what I want to do is select every other, I guess, I'm going to select something like this, maybe 2 at a time, I think would be better. Yeah, something like this. Okay, that's what we're looking for here. So if we now select these 4 sections and insert them, actually let's have a look at how far these are. Okay, so I'm going to bring these up and I'm going to insert them as we're going to make a change in the actual design of the screw here. So I'm now going to go down to connect, and I want to connect from here to here, from here to here. Okay, now we can go back to polygons, and I'm going to select this one, this one, this one, this one. I'm going to choose to insert this again and do something along those lines. So we sort of slimming this out, and then I believe we want to align these in the right axis here. So in this case, it is the Y. So once we got that, I'm going to also insert this just one last time. And I want this to be very small, so I'm going to click the little box next to insert. And just click. Now we can move this inwards, and we can extrude. And so if we now add a turbo smooth onto this, we're going to set this to around 2. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to scale this in. Okay, yeah, something like that will do for me. So this is a sort of just a very small screw. There's got a bit of detail in it. I'm not interested in creating the screw to look super realistic. However, I do want it to look fairly good. So let's select this, and we're going to assign that material. So now we can unhide all, and if we just have a look, we just scale this up just a little bit so it better fits the area. The last thing we have to do is this logo. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop for now, and in the next video we'll finish up this actual handle here. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.